For years, Alexander Bublik wasn't known for his results. He was known for moments, underarm serves, comical moments, huge meltdowns, and crazy trick shots. To most fans, he wasn't a contender. He was a highlight reel. A huge talent that wasn't maximized. Because from the start, it was obvious. Bublik had things that you cannot teach. An unreal serve, incredible touch, easy power, and a world-class backhand. He could create points that didn't exist, but unfortunately he could also destroy them. Shot selection that made no sense, focus that vanished out of nowhere, and slowly a label formed. Bublik is a wasted talent, an entertainer but not a champion, a great improviser but that lacks discipline, a man that is dangerous and uncomfortable to face but that could also lose with anyone. His first 4 years in the tour, Bublik mostly ranged between world number 30 and world number 60. His first title came in 2022, beating Alexander Zverev in the final of Montpellier, putting on a serving clinic that in such a fast indoor court, he was unplayable on serve. And that's the thing, with such a serve, on indoor hard courts and on grass, he had a chance against pretty much anyone. However, in 2022, after that title, his progress wasn't much. He made another final at the end of the season, and in a crucial point of the match, he did this.
No way. What is he thinking? Alexander Bublik. Yeah, no wonder the boos come. This is a final of an ATP 250 event. He's one break down, now he's 2 breaks down. He is unraveling fast.
2023 didn't see major improvements, and his ranking was going down, until, on the grass of Halle, Bublik plays the week of his life, taking out Sinner, Zverev and Rublev en route to his first ATP 500 title. Proof that when he's in the zone, he's able to beat anyone. And in this next period, Bublik was definitely improving, getting inside the top 20 early in 2024. He seemed to be more focused with his entertainment here and there, but not letting that side of him penalize him in his matches. But suddenly, in the second part of 2024, when he was at his highest ranking, a really bad period started. Tough draws, lots of close matches lost. That title in Halle where he defended 500 points, he lost almost all of them. In just a few months, Bublik went from being top 20 to being outside the top 80. That's how cruel the ranking system can be, especially when you depend on just a few results. And here comes the crazy part of the story. In early 2025, after months of tough losses and now barely inside the top 100, Bublik had a conversation with his coach that changed everything.
And you know, the thing is, like, as I've said already in the previous interviews, that I was working hard. That was the problem. And then we were sitting in the lobby of the hotel. I'm like, okay, man, to my coach, we have to work hard. You know, we have to get extra practice. He said, like, Alex, relax. You've been practicing for a year already and you were not winning matches. Can we just enjoy it a bit and play tennis? You know, you can play, you can drop shot, you can serve. So stop working. So I was counting days, you know, before Phoenix. If I do like one session, if we miss it, if what is gonna happen, you just kind of say like, man, we're not going to practice at all. You just have to remember what you achieved, what you're capable of, how can you play tennis, and we just go to Vegas. I said, well, to Vegas. And then I'm like, okay, so we went to Vegas, Bellagio, everything, and you know, it was nice. And then I arrived like 5 hours before the first match, and I had no time to prepare, and so I just played, because I simply, as I said, like I was 85 in the world, losing every match to random people, you know, most of the time, and yeah, so it worked like this, and I'm really happy that it is, but you know, it could have been the other way around.
And that conversation paid off. Bublik after that had a very solid clay season, but there is in particular a match that completely switched momentum to his favor. In the second round of the French Open, he faced world number 9 Alex de Minaur, a nightmare matchup for him in the past. And in the first 2 sets, it seemed like Bublik had no chance. De Minaur was defending everything, and Bublik was really impatient, pulling the trigger on the wrong shots and overplaying the drop shot, which against de Minaur, it's not a great idea. De Minaur took the first 2 sets 6-2 and 6-2. Absolutely no signs that Bublik could win this match. But suddenly, he comes out in the third, swinging free. At 5-4, Bublik breaks and takes the third set. And from there on, the momentum completely changed. Bublik was on a roll, and de Minaur couldn't figure out how to stop him. Bublik was in the zone and unstoppable in the next 2 sets. A comeback nobody could see coming, and a match that completely changed the momentum of his whole season. At this point, he's ranked world number 62, but from here on, he started to play like a top 10 player. The confidence, the focus, everything seemed to be on point after this match. In interviews, you could really see him motivated, but with his feet down to earth. After going from world number 17 to almost outside the top 100, that really changed his perspective. And in these interviews at Roland Garros, he emphasized that now he's simply focused on the things he can control, the daily actions, the practices, keeping focus in his matches, and he stopped worrying about the results. The pressure, the defending points, the number of his ranking, that type of mindset had hurt him in the past. In the round of 16 at Roland Garros, he played arguably his best match ever, beating Draper in 4 sets in an absolute masterclass performance. 2 weeks later, another huge result, beating world number 1 Jannik Sinner in Halle. The Italian barely loses throughout the year, and Bublik proved he's one of the very few that can beat him. He then goes on to win the title, playing the tennis of his life, and in just a few weeks, he went from being world number 62 to world number 31. And after that, the rest of the season was magical. 2 straight titles on clay, 4th round of the US Open, another title in China, semi-finals in Paris, and Bublik finished the season as world number 11, being ranked 62 at Roland Garros. That's how quickly things changed, and how momentum is a really powerful thing. A bad period was actually what made pieces fall together, and once they did, this man has been world class. He's one of the players to watch in 2026, because now it's not about the entertainment. This man has learned how to maximize his potential, and with the weapons that he has, now combined with such an improved mindset, he looks scary good right now. What a joy to watch this guy play like this. Let me know in the comments, what ranking do you think he will end with in 2026? I'm gonna say world number 8. If health respects him, I think he can classify for the Nitto ATP Finals. He looks dialed in, has started the season with a title, so why not? Let me know your prediction in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, it's of massive help if you hit the like button, and to enjoy more original tennis content of this style, hit the subscribe button, and that way you will know when I upload future videos like this one. All of this said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and that I can see you in my next video. Peace!